Imagine the vastness of space. It's not just emptiness. Giant clouds of gas and dust called nebulae drift through this cosmic expanse. These nebulae are like stellar nurseries, the birthplaces of stars and planets. Our solar system, including our home planet Earth, originated from such a nebula billions of years ago. These clouds weren't just sitting still. Something happened to stir things up. Maybe a nearby star exploded, sending shockwaves through the cosmic dust. This disturbance caused the nebula to collapse in on itself. As the cloud shrunk, it spun faster and faster, like a figure skater pulling in their arms. This spinning motion flattened the cloud into a swirling disk, much like a pizza crust being tossed in the air. At the center of this disk, the material clumped together, growing denser and hotter. Eventually, the pressure and heat at the center became so intense that it ignited nuclear fusion, giving birth to our sun. While the sun blazed at the center of the newly formed solar system, the leftover gas and dust continued to swirl around it. This material wasn't spread out evenly, instead it clumped together due to a force called gravity. These clumps, much smaller than a grain of sand, were drawn to each other. They collided and stuck together, gradually growing larger over millions of years. These growing clumps are called planetesimals, the building blocks of planets. In the inner region of the solar system where Earth was forming, it was hot. The sun's heat vaporized lighter elements like hydrogen and helium, leaving behind heavier materials like iron and rock. This is why Earth and its neighboring planets are rocky, while the outer planets are gas giants. As Earth grew larger, its gravity attracted even more planetesimals. These collisions released tremendous heat, melting the young planet and turning it into a fiery ball of molten rock. The early Earth, still in its infancy, was a world vastly different from the one we know today. This period, aptly named the Hadean Eon, was a time of intense heat, volcanic activity, and constant bombardment from asteroids and comets. The Earth's surface was a molten sea of magma, constantly churned and reshaped by volcanic eruptions. These eruptions spewed out gases from the planet's interior, forming a thin, toxic atmosphere. The sky would have glowed an eerie red due to the intense heat. Imagine a cosmic shooting gallery with Earth as the target. Leftover planetesimals ranging in size from pebbles to small planets constantly collided with the young Earth. These impacts were so powerful that they could vaporize rock and send molten debris hurtling through the atmosphere. It was a time of chaos and destruction, a far cry from the life-sustaining planet we know today. Section 4. A celestial collision, the birth of our moon. During the tumultuous Hadean Eon, a catastrophic event occurred that would forever shape Earth and its destiny. A Mars-sized object, which scientists have named Theia, collided with our young planet. This wasn't just another impact. It was a cataclysmic collision that nearly shattered the Earth. The impact sent billions of tons of molten rock and debris hurtling into space. The force of the impact was so great that it tilted Earth's axis, giving us our seasons. It also sped up Earth's rotation, shortening our days. Over time, the debris ejected from the impact coalesced under its own gravity. This process, similar to how the planets formed, gave birth to our moon. Section 5. From chaos to calm, formation of oceans and atmosphere. As Earth cooled down from its fiery beginnings, a remarkable transformation began to take place. The molten surface gradually solidified, forming the first solid crust. The constant bombardment from space also began to subside, allowing the planet to cool further. Water vapor trapped within the Earth's interior was released through volcanic eruptions. As this vapor rose into the atmosphere, it cooled and condensed, forming clouds. Over millions of years, these clouds released torrential rains, filling the low-lying areas on Earth's surface. This marked the birth of our planet's first oceans. Section 6. A blue planet emerges. Life finds a foothold. In the depths of Earth's primordial oceans, something extraordinary happened. The building blocks of life, simple organic molecules, began to assemble. It's still a mystery exactly how life arose from non-living matter. However, scientists believe that the unique conditions of early Earth, with its abundance of energy and chemical building blocks, provided the perfect environment for this remarkable event to occur. These early life forms were simple, single-celled organisms, unlike anything we see today. They thrived in the harsh conditions of the early oceans, feeding on the chemicals spewing from hydrothermal vents. Over time, some of these organisms evolved a remarkable ability, photosynthesis. They could harness the sun's energy to produce food, releasing oxygen as a byproduct. This oxygen, initially a poison to many early life forms, gradually accumulated in the atmosphere, transforming it from a toxic haze to the breathable air we enjoy today.